Hi, this is Sonia with Artsy Solutions, and welcome to the Christmas treat bag series that I'm making. I've been assigned the task of making 20 treat bags for my sister, so I wanted to just kind of record my process. And the last series, we went over making some of these tags that go on the treat bags and whatnot. So on this series, we're just going to be focusing on uploading PNG images into Canva to print them out so that you can use images such as these right here. All of these right here came from, I uploaded these into Canva, but I got them from different places. But you don't have to use Canva. You could, like, if you have access to digitals, or you could just use stickers, or if you already have die cuts, or there is a plethora of different things that you can use. But in this instance, I wanted to find, I needed some small, the right size images to fit what I'm making. So the good thing about using PNG images versus like your JPEG or your the images that are already formatted for printing is you can change the size. The only way you can change the size in a printable document, like a junk journal page or that has images and things like that, you can scale it up and down. As far as, like, instead of printing out 100%, you can do 150% or 140%, or you scale it down and do the exact opposite. But with the PNG images, you can scale those up and down to fit what you're looking for. But anyway, basically this is going to be formatted to fit your standard US 8.5 by 11 printable paper. So let me go. These are just some of them that I made and idled up. I added stickles and different little things like that to some of them. I embossed others. I don't know if you can see that or not. I added Nouveau drops and just different little things. And I'll show you the process in a little bit. It probably doesn't seem significant, but these are just some of the things that you can use. These are what I'm going to be using when I'm decorating my bags that I'm getting ready to start on. So let me go ahead and show you. Let's go ahead and get started, and I can show you where you can get your images from and how you can upload it. Okay, so the first thing that you can do, obviously, is you can go to Google and just type in whatever you're looking for. So you probably want to use commercial-free images. So you can just type in like free commercial use Christmas PNG images. And then, of course, it's going to give you a list of websites you can click on. But I'm going to go to images. And, of course, it's going to show me a plethora of different options from Etsy, Creative Fabrica, PNG Tree, Raw Pixel, a whole bunch of different, options. But what you want to do, if you do decide to click on one of those options, you want to find out what the licensings are. Like, is it personal use, commercial use, scrap for hire? There are different types of licenses, and I'll let you research it and find out what you want. But there's a whole lot of different ones that you can choose from with the Christmas theme. And like I said, you can upload these images. You can change the sizes and all that stuff. That's the good thing about the PNG images versus your JPEG images. With the PNG, of course, they have the transparent backgrounds. So you can Google, and then, of course, there's always Pinterest. And you can do the exact same thing. You can just type in whatever you're searching for. Like in my situation, I'm looking for Christmas images. So, I just type in free commercial use Christmas images, and then I'm going to see what all pops up. And then the same thing as what I did with Google, I just scroll down, and you're going to see a lot of blogs, Etsy, Amazon. The list goes on and on and on and on. There's some of them are free, some of them you can pay for, some of them are PNG, and then some of them are JPEG. So it just depends on what you're looking for. But with me, I have a subscription to Creative Fabrica, so and as well as Canva. So what I'm going to do for mine is I'm just going to scroll down and try to find something that I can use. And like these, let's see, 88 watercolor rustic Christmas and illustrations. Illustrations typically like up under where it says rustic Christmas clip art. Your illustrations typically are Adobe, it's from Adobe Illustrator, versus your pixels. Well, I'm not going to go into that because that's a whole other, you know, what shapes are versus PNG pixels are and all that. But anyway, you can go ahead and find a file you want and then download it, and then find your, make sure that when you download it, some of them are in compressed files, and you want to make sure your compressed file is already opened. That way, when you go to upload it, it'll need to be already in an open file and not compressed. So when you go to Canva, you know, if you don't have a membership, you want to sign up and go ahead and get ready. So when you are ready, you always click custom size, and you have your width, height, and your units, and you should probably go over to units first and then click inches. And then once you click inches, then type in whatever specifications you want. I'm here in America, so I'm going to use 8.5 by 11 US size paper. So that's the shape that I want it to print out on. So I click create new design, and my computer's a little bit slow, so I'm waiting on it to load up. So I'm going to click on upload files, and then I'm going to upload my images, and I'm just going to pick and choose which ones I want. And on my computer, I'm using a MacBook Pro. I just click and left click and hit shift at the same time, and it'll highlight the various images at one time that I want to upload. And so once I've done that, I'm just going to click open, and then it's going to upload all those different images. And then I can pick and choose which one I want. Instead, I clicked on that little, what do you call it? Boot, stocking. And it shows you the size right there up on that ruler up above the top. And also, if you click your image and then click your handle, click and drag, in the black, the width is like 1.4 and the height is 1.5, 1.5 width and height. That shows you how big or how small your images are. So it kind of lets you know, how big it is. And you see that rectangular shape, that's your margin. So it lets you know to stay within that margin. So when you go to print, you know to stay within that area so that your image doesn't get cut off when it prints. So I'm just picking and choosing over on the left which images I want. And I'm just left clicking right clicking and resizing. And just sliding it over to where I want it. Now that I've got my uploaded images, in Canva, there are a whole bunch of different ways that you can also get other images in here. And over on the left side on your, tools, I wanted to click and show you this option, the Magic Media. It can generate images, graphics, or videos. Now, this is AI. I'm going to be honest with you, it's not that great. But, I mean, if you just wanted something like whimsical, something, just nothing major, it's a pretty good option for stuff like that. But I just want to just give you the option just to show you what you can do here in Canva. So I wanted it to create like a reindeer. So you can just type in what you want, and you can be detailed or as less detailed as what I put in there. So it generated those little images for me. And there are different styles of generations that it can make for you. You can have like a simple style, doodle, sticker, blah, blah, artistic, detailed. So under detailed, I clicked scrapbook, and then I want it to generate it again based on the text that I typed in. And so, like I said, it isn't always that great. There are other websites that have way better AI generations, but that's not bad for Canva. So, but I decided not to use those reindeer. So I'm going to scroll back up to the elements over there on the left. And then where it says search elements, I'm just going to type in Christmas. And then it's going to show you different options. You can have graphics, photos, frames, videos, or whatever. And then you can just click whichever graphic you like. So in this case, I like that little holly berry right there. And whenever you click on an image, it'll have like magic recommendations. And basically the magic recommendations, it offers you images that are similar to the one you just clicked. So you have this little presents which are similar in style to those holly berries. And so I figure I'll just go ahead and just give it a shot and see what else is in the magic recommendations. It's an option. You don't have to choose that, but I liked it. And I like that little snowman. So I decided to click and drag and resize it. And all of your images don't have to be the exact same size. You can adjust it to whatever height you want, height, width, and, you know, so forth. Most of the ones at the top, the ones that I uploaded into Canva, I left at like 1.5 inches for the width and height. But I'm adjusting some of these other Canva images to make them a little bit bigger. And I'm just, you know, sorting through, trying to find some more images. And if what you originally typed in isn't satisfactory, you can go back through and get more detailed, like I'm getting ready to do now. Because you can choose words, you can have images, you can create text, you can do a whole lot of different things. But I decided I liked that mug when I saw that, and I was wanting to see what other Christmas mugs I could come up with, or that Canva could come up with. So I typed in Christmas mug, and then there you go. It shows you a whole lot of different, you know, images, a lot of fun, you know, images that give you lots and lots of ideas. And that one right there I've already used. I had already printed it out on another sheet of paper from that last video, or prior to the last video. But I did like this one right here, this little mug with the gnome in there. So I'm just resizing it, and I'm trying to make sure I'm within the margins down at the bottom, the left and bottom margin. So I'm readjusting some of these images, and you may have to do that to make sure that all of your images are within the printable space. So you may have to make them smaller in order to fit, depending on how many images you want to print out. So I found those cute little old gingerbread men, and I'm just resizing those, trying to make sure they fit within the margin. Like I said, if you have to, you just readjust it, you know, as necessary. And then I'm just scrolling down, trying to find some more cute little images. Canva has so many, you know. I love this. I love Canva. I'm not even gonna lie. Because not only do you have images, you have graphics, you have audio, you have all kinds of stuff in there. But anyway, this isn't about the app Canva. This is just simply how to upload different images. And so that little Christmas truck, I did the same thing that I did with the Christmas mug. I had typed it in, and then I found it, clicked it, and decided to, oh yeah, I'm relabeling this too. So I went to File, and I hit Save, relabeled it, and then now I'm downloading it. And there's different options. You can do JPEG, PNG, PDF standard, print, SVG, MP4, and so on. So I'm keeping it as PNG, and I'm going to hit download. Now, an option, since I did do PNG, if you have a Cricut, you could upload that very file into Cricut Design Space and as a print and cut file, and you won't have to fussy cut like I'm going to be showing you. But this video isn't about Cricut, so, but being that it's a PNG with a transparent background. Okay, so now we have everything printed out. Here are our different images, and I use an inkjet printer, and it probably doesn't matter if you use inkjet or laserjet. So I like to idle up my images, so I'm going to be using a combination of different things just to kind of make the images like pop out. So I'm going to be using some alcohol markers. I have like different shades of like blues and greens and things like that, and I might even use some of these little pens. These are Recollection Signature, Emerald, and Cherry, which is red and green, basically. And then I'm probably going to come back through and use some Stickles and liquid pearls. Yeah, liquid pearls and stuff like that. And then I think I got these little Nuvo drops. We'll see. I might use that. I might not. And then I also have some embossing powders that I might use. These are the embossing glaze, distress glaze. I like these because I've only got 3 of them, but I like those because you can see the images beneath what you emboss, and then when you emboss, you bring out the color a little bit more. But before I emboss and stuff like that, I always like to add my colors on first. For example, let me just zoom in on let's see. Let's starting with this one right here. This little stocking. It has like beige and tan and slight browns and slight greens. So I'm going to come in with like a lighter shade of green on using this alcohol pen. And you have a fine tip and then you have a broad tip. And of course I'm going to use the fine tip. And I'm just going to kind of, I'm going to try to highlight some of these little, well no, that's too dark. Even though that's the lightest color I have. Maybe this gray, even though it's gray, it still might kind of help a little bit. This, you know, I'm just going to kind of outline the boot. And the good thing about these colors is you can go in, and if it's not dark enough, you can add shading and make it even darker. You know, but it just makes the image more pronounced, you know, and without it being too bold, you know. All right, so we've got that, and then I think I'll leave that one as is because I'm not going to, these alcohol markers are a little bit too dark for some of this stuff. I might leave that one as is. Let me back up just a little hair so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's see. I'm going to kind of go around like the smile and the eyes. Hope I didn't mess that up too much. And then this little star on the inner part of it, because it makes it look like it has like a shadow, so that kind of helps it a little bit. Same thing with this stump, this wood stump. Just kind of going around it a little bit. And the gray is not too dark, but it's just enough to make some of these lines show a little bit more. And basically that's what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of go through some of these. Let's see, let me take this really light blue. This one, I don't know if it's too dark. I don't want to mess it up, so I think that's about as far as I'm going to go on that one. And I'm just going to go through some of these, and I'm going to idle up some of the stuff on there. Okay, so I got everything kind of highlighted a little bit. So now I'm getting ready to take my emboss it pen. This is by Ranger, and it's the clear. So I'm just going to kind of go over some of the images. Not all of it, just like bits and pieces of it. And I'm going to take the embossing marker. I'm going to emboss some of it. Like I said, I'm not going to do all of it, just some of it. So, yeah. Not all of it's going to have it, but just some of it. I'm just going to go over these. And before I actually start to emboss, I'm going to add some other colors to some of the other stuff. Because typically once the embossing powder is on there, it's good to go. And I want to use crackling campfire. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut these out, and then after I cut them out, I'm going to add some like glossy, not glossy accents, but other little old, like 3D lifting embellishments and stuff, like the stickles and things like that. And I'll be right back. Okay, so now I got them all cut out and distressed and stuff like that. So now I'm going to add on like stickles and Nouveau drops and just a couple of things here and there. And I'm not going to overdo it because I don't want to mess it up. So I'm just going to make a little piece of paper. I'm not going to do all of them like that. It's just a couple of them here and there. Okay, so now it's dry, and I'm just going to do like a close-up of some of them. And these include some of the ones that I've done like last week or whenever I started doing some of these. Like the owl and these little cups that have like a little shimmer on them. And then trying to make it to where you can see the shine on the cup, on this little cup right here. I don't know if you can see it good enough or not. And on the bell and different things like that. But that's what these look like, so just dropping them everywhere. But yeah, these are what I'm going to be using for our little old treat bags and stuff I'm going to get ready to start on. So my next video will have those in there and how the dimensions and stuff like that. I'm going to make, I think, 2 different versions, 2 or maybe 3 different versions, we'll see, of the treat bags using the your lunch bags that you can get from, you know, Dollar Tree. You can use brown paper bags, or you can use white bags, you know, just different ones, you know. So, but yeah, and on your treat bags, you can put a gift card in there. You can put candy, obviously chocolate, hot cocoa, and tea, just different little things. I've been changing these up little by little. So, but yeah, on your next one, I'll show you how we're going to actually make these and how we're going to be using the embellishments to embellish each one. So stay tuned for the next video, and if you like this one, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos, blog, and social media sites. And as always, I thank you guys so much for watching.